Have you ever thought about how some drinks in your kitchen might quietly increase your cancer risk after you turn 60? As we grow older, our bodies start to react differently to what we put into them, and sadly, some drinks can end up causing more trouble than they're worth. Even though many of these might appear harmless or just part of your everyday life, doctors are starting to raise concerns about their hidden risks. This video takes a closer look at 4 particular drinks and food pairings that seniors might want to think twice about, especially regarding their long-term cancer risk. These are not just passing trends or whispers floating around online. These insights come from the latest discoveries and the cautionary tales shared by medical professionals who have witnessed the effects up close. But hey, no need to fret. We're not here to give you a fright. We're here to lift you up and help you shine. Being aware of what to keep an eye on allows you to make little tweaks that safeguard your health, boost your energy, and secure your future. Stick around until the end of this video because we're diving into 4 drink-related dangers that many folks tend to overlook. By getting to know these now, you just might sidestep one of the most common regrets that doctors hear from their older patients. Hey there! Before we dive in, I'd be super grateful if you could give this video a thumbs up. I'd love for you to join me in sharing these timeless lessons with others. If you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can stay updated with all our videos. If you enjoyed this video, drop a comment with the number 1. If it wasn't quite your cup of tea, feel free to share a 0 so I can make my future videos even better. All right, let's dive in. First up, we've got artificially sweetened beverages. For many years, drinks like diet sodas and sugar-free iced teas have been promoted as healthier options, particularly for folks looking to reduce their sugar intake, manage their weight, or keep their blood sugar in check. At first glance, they might appear to be the more appealing option. After all, they won't send your glucose levels soaring, and many of them come with 0 calories. However, what many seniors might not realize is that these beverages carry their own hidden risks. They can subtly affect your gut health, throw off your metabolic balance, and possibly increase your chances of developing certain cancers as time goes on. Once upon a time, a nutrition researcher shared an intriguing thought. Artificial sweeteners don't just pass through the body. They actually change the body's internal environment, especially the microbiome. When that balance is disrupted, it can lead to long-term health issues that we're just starting to grasp. This insight holds special significance for seniors, whose digestive systems and immune functions can be more susceptible to changes. The gut microbiome, a bustling community of trillions of bacteria in our digestive tract, is essential for managing inflammation, detoxifying harmful substances, and bolstering the immune system. Several studies have revealed that artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin might change the makeup of gut bacteria in ways that can lead to inflammation and disrupt glucose regulation. For individuals in their 70s or 80s, even small changes in this sensitive ecosystem can have significant impacts, possibly leading to insulin resistance, low-grade chronic inflammation, and, over time, creating cellular environments that are more vulnerable to cancer. And it's important to note that the effects extend beyond just the gut. There's some interesting research happening right now that looks into how long-term use of artificial sweeteners might be linked to a higher risk of certain cancers, like bladder and breast cancer. While the findings are still developing, many health experts are suggesting that older adults steer clear of these sweeteners on a daily basis, especially since there are natural and safer options out there. If you find yourself grabbing a diet soda or sugar-free drink every afternoon, why not give naturally flavored water, herbal teas, or drinks sweetened with a touch of honey or stevia a try instead? Your body will truly appreciate the changes. not just right away with improved digestion and energy, but also in the long run by potentially reducing your risk of chronic diseases. When it comes to artificial sweeteners, remember that sometimes less really is more, and it might just be the safer choice too. Next up, let's talk about the combination of alcohol and processed meats. For a lot of folks, savoring a glass of wine or a refreshing beer with dinner is one of those little joys in life. And when that meal features delicious options like bacon, sausage, or a delightful charcuterie board filled with deli meats, it really does feel like the ideal match. Many seniors might not be aware that mixing alcohol with processed meats can be quite risky, especially for those over 60. Researchers have pointed out that this combination can lead to an increase in harmful compounds in the digestive system, which can heighten the chances of developing cancers in the colon, esophagus, and stomach. A prominent oncologist once mentioned that while processed meats have their own dangers, pairing them with alcohol can hinder the body's detoxification process, leading to potential issues at the cellular level. It may seem a bit intense, but there's solid science behind it. Processed meats have nitrates and nitrites, which are preservatives that can turn into nitrosamines in the body, substances that are known to be cancer-causing. When alcohol is consumed, it disrupts the liver's detox processes and diminishes the body's natural defenses. When these substances come together, they set the stage for a situation where damage builds up quicker than your body can fix it. As time goes on, this internal stress can spark mutations that might lead to cancer. Just look at George, an 81-year-old who cherished his weekend ritual, grilled sausages paired with a glass of red wine. Now that was his comfort meal, he shared. But then came the digestive troubles, and his doctor shed some light on how that delightful combo might have played a part in the inflammation in his colon. George didn't have to say goodbye to all his favorite foods, though. He just made a few little adjustments here and there. He's been savoring more fresh fish and veggies lately, and when he pours himself a glass of wine, he makes sure to pair it with lighter dishes. It's all about being clever, not gloomy, he shared. I still relish my evenings. I just go about it in a new way. As we age, particularly after hitting the milestone of 70, our liver function and digestion can take a bit of a hit. This means that when we enjoy a drink, it tends to linger in our system a little longer, and our bodies have to put in extra effort to break down and eliminate those pesky, harmful compounds. And let's not forget about processed meats, which have already raised some eyebrows with the World Health Organization. Being classified as a Group 1 carcinogen means that you face a double whammy to your system, and the risks can increase as you get older. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love. It just calls for a bit more thoughtfulness in your choices. If you enjoy a drink, try to keep it moderate, and it's best to steer clear of having it alongside processed meats. Why not choose meals that include whole grains, leafy greens, and lean proteins? These foods can really help your body's detox systems rather than put them to the test. If you're still with me and finding this information helpful, I'd love for you to comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Your support allows us to keep crafting great content that informs and inspires you. Now, let's dive into our next topic. Number 3, sugary soft drinks. Among older adults, sugary soft drinks are a popular choice, yet they often fly under the radar when it comes to cancer risk. Picture this: a cola enjoyed with lunch or a crisp lemon-lime soda on a warm afternoon. They might seem like the perfect refreshment, but the truth is, their long-term effects on our bodies can be quite concerning. Packed with added sugars, these beverages can stir up trouble over time, leading to chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and even cellular damage. And that's where the connection to cancer starts. A wise nutritionist once pointed out, that sugary drinks aren't just empty calories, they're actually harmful. Those constant spikes in blood sugar can encourage abnormal cell growth, particularly in older bodies that metabolize things more slowly. That realization can really hit home, especially when you think about how effortlessly we grab a soda without a second thought. However, many seniors might not be aware that as we age, our metabolism, gut health, and insulin sensitivity undergo significant changes. This means that the same drink you enjoyed in your 30s could now be quietly affecting the delicate systems your body depends on to manage inflammation and eliminate cellular waste. As time goes by, this environment can turn into a breeding ground for mutations and cancerous changes, especially in places like the pancreas, colon, and liver. Take James, for instance. At 76, this retired bus driver had a routine of enjoying 2 cans of soda every day with his lunch, just like he had for many years. "It was my pick-me-up," he would say. After a health scare with his pancreas, his doctor shared some eye-opening studies that connected daily sugary drink consumption to a higher cancer risk. At first, he thought, "No way, it's just soda." But he made the leap, quitting cold turkey and opting for water and tea instead. Now he says he hasn't looked back since. "I've noticed a change in my energy levels, and my digestion has improved too. I had no idea how much it was affecting me." It's more than just the sugar content that raises some eyebrows. Many folks have started to take a closer look at the caramel coloring found in a lot of sodas, as it may contain some compounds that aren't the healthiest. Plus, the acidity in these fizzy drinks can wear down the stomach lining, which can be a real concern for seniors who are already facing digestive challenges or acid reflux. But don't worry, stepping away from sugary sodas doesn't mean you have to miss out on refreshing drinks. It's all about picking drinks that keep you hydrated, help you heal, and boost your body's natural defenses. Little changes, like sipping on infused water with lemon, enjoying herbal teas, or treating yourself to sparkling water with a hint of real juice, can truly transform how you feel. It's not just about a quick energy boost. It's a step toward better long-term health. Everyone deserves a drink that supports them, not one that holds them back. Number 4 on the list is a piping hot cup of tea or coffee. For many, there's nothing quite like the warmth of a steaming mug to kickstart the day. There's a little ritual to it, isn't there? The warmth, the aroma, and that quiet moment it brings before the day kicks off. But there's one detail that often slips under the radar: the temperature. It turns out that the simple habit of sipping your drink while it's still steaming hot might not be as harmless as it seems, especially for the delicate tissues in your throat and esophagus. A prominent gastroenterologist once shared an interesting insight. It's not really about the tea or coffee we enjoy, but rather the temperature at which we drink it. When the esophageal lining experiences repeated thermal injury, it can raise the risk of cancer, particularly in older adults. This might come as a surprise, but research from various countries has shown a connection between sipping very hot beverages, usually above 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and an increased occurrence of esophageal cancer. When you sip on something that hot, it's like giving your throat a little scalding, even if you don't feel that fiery burn right away. If this keeps happening, it can wear down the protective lining and cause inflammation, changes in the cells, and eventually lead to some serious issues. It's especially important to keep in mind that older folks are at a higher risk. As we grow older, our mucosal linings can become thinner and take their sweet time to heal. This means that even the smallest bumps and bruises might linger a bit longer, and if we're not careful, repeated exposure to extreme heat can add up to more wear and tear than it does for the younger crowd. Take Henry, for instance. At 79 years old, he cherished his black tea, steeped strong and served piping hot, never quite realizing that the temperature could make a difference. "I thought it was just part of the experience," he said. But after dealing with some ongoing throat discomfort, his doctor recommended waiting a few minutes before drinking, and even trying warm drinks instead of hot ones. "It felt a bit odd at first," Henry confessed, "but I got used to it, and now I can really savor the flavors more. That last point really deserves some attention." Taking a few minutes to let your drink cool not only helps safeguard your throat, but it also brings out the full richness of the flavors. When the temperature is just right, those delightful tastes can really shine, and you significantly reduce the chances of burns and any lasting damage. Plus, with those nifty modern insulated mugs, your drink will stay warm for a good while, so you can take your time and savor it instead of gulping it down just to enjoy it hot. If you usually dive into your tea or coffee right after it's poured, give it a moment to sit for about 5 minutes. Take a little sip to check the temperature before going for a big gulp. And if you love sipping on hot drinks throughout the day, why not make it a little routine to let them cool down just a bit first? These tiny adjustments might feel minor right now, but they could really pay off later on. If you're still with me in this video and finding these tips helpful, drop a comment with the number 4 below to say hi. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you won't miss any of our videos. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep creating great content to inform and inspire you. As we wrap up our journey with widows and a showman, Suri Minwim, let's take a moment to reflect on these 4 drink-related habits that often fly under the radar. They go beyond simply steering clear of soda or allowing your tea to cool down. It's all about tuning in to how your body evolves as the years go by and recognizing that even the smallest choices, like what you drink and how you enjoy it, can have a big impact on your health down the road. Many older adults find themselves in habits that seem harmless simply because they've been part of their lives for so long. However, just because something feels comfortable doesn't mean it's still the best choice for you. What caught your attention the most? Was it the unexpected risks of sugary drinks, the concealed dangers of alcohol and processed meats? Or perhaps the subtle harm of scalding hot tea? Whatever it may be, think of this as a friendly reminder to take a closer look at your daily habits. Approach it not with guilt, but with a sense of curiosity and kindness. You have more power over your choices than you might realize. When you learn more, you can do more. You have the power to take charge against cancer. You're not trapped in old ways. You're on a journey of growth and discovery, making choices that nurture your well-being. Remember, it's never too late to take care of yourself. Sometimes it can be as easy as pouring your drink a bit cooler or opting for water over soda. Every little choice we make can really stack up, and the difference they can make might just help you live longer and enjoy your days even more. We're so glad you could be here with us today, and we can't wait to hear your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts really matter to us, so don't hold back. Reading your comments brings us so much motivation and encouragement. If you liked this video and found it useful, we'd love for you to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep making great content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.